In a political climate filled with noise, fear, and division, one voice is rising to speak for the people, loud, clear, and unshaken. It's Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury of New Mexico, who's not just defending policy, she's defending the soul of public service. From calling out job cuts at the Social Security Administration and standing up for disability access in Albuquerque, to pushing back against mass layoffs at the FDA and slamming Medicaid rollbacks, Stansbury is making it clear. This isn't just politics, it's people's lives. She's also confronting algorithmic bias in federal AI use and calling attention to what she says is a quiet dismantling of essential public services. This is her story and the fight she's leading to protect the future of millions. Melanie Ann Stansbury was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Growing up in a working-class family, she developed a deep love for science and public service. She studied human ecology and sociology at St. Mary's College of Maryland and earned a master's in development sociology from Cornell University. Before running for office, she worked on water policy and environmental science, serving as a program examiner at the White House Office of Management and Budget under President Obama, and later as a consultant for the U.S. Department of Energy. Her entry into politics was fueled by a desire to bring real-world solutions to urgent issues. She was elected to the New Mexico House of Representatives in 2018 and later won a special election in 2021 to represent New Mexico's 1st congressional district.
Stansbury is the first Democrat elected to Congress in a special election in New Mexico,
after Deb Haaland joined the Biden cabinet as Secretary of the Interior. Stansbury made history as the first woman to represent the district since 1998, and she did it with a grassroots campaign rooted in equity, science, and justice. Just this month, Stansbury slammed the Trump administration's sweeping Medicaid cuts and its mass firing at key public health institutions like the FDA, CDC, and CMS. With the Department of Government Efficiency targeting federal workers and health agencies, Stansbury calls it what it is, an attack on the American people.
While Trump was golfing, the Medicaid systems were shut down and locked out. Hospitals and clinics were wondering if they were going to be able to keep their doors open. Food assistance and homeless programs across New Mexico were shut out of their grant programs that keep families literally fed and off the streets.
Since day one, since Donald Trump took office, he signed over 200 executive actions, totally setting into place a process to dismantle the federal government and to empower his administration and Elon Musk to break the law, to dismantle these agencies, to withhold funds, and to begin the process of tearing down these agencies and firing federal officials.
Meanwhile, in her home district, the Congresswoman is sounding the alarm on an overlooked crisis: the crumbling of essential services like Social Security. After being denied access to the Albuquerque Social Security office during an oversight visit, she spoke directly to the people and to the administration with a clear message:
hands off our seniors, hands off our communities with disabilities.
But it's not just about opposing bad policies, it's about building better ones. Stansbury has championed legislation on water infrastructure, climate resilience, Indigenous rights, healthcare access, and AI oversight. Her Water Data Act has helped states better understand and manage their resources, while her work on the Climate Resilience Workforce Act ensures frontline communities are protected and employed in the green transition. She's also a fierce defender of reproductive freedom, pushing back against federal restrictions on healthcare access, and one of the few in Congress connecting climate justice directly to women's rights and community safety.
Do you honestly believe that you have any right to tell me or any woman in America what I can do with my own body, when, if, or how I decide to have a family? The thousands of women across Alabama who had their rights stripped away this week to become a mother. The thousands across this country who are facing the devastating experience of having a miscarriage and not being able to get care. And the
This month, she introduced a resolution demanding transparency around the Department of Government's efficiency use of AI, raising urgent questions about civil liberties and biased algorithms making high-stakes decisions. Her legislative priorities consistently center women, working families, Indigenous communities, and underserved populations, reminding us what equitable policymaking can look like. In an era where women's rights, healthcare, and democracy itself feel under siege, Melanie Stansbury is a reminder that public service can still mean serving the public. She's a part of a growing wave of unapologetic, bold women in Congress, alongside voices like Jasmine Crockett and Ocasio-Cortez, who are shifting power and reimagining leadership. And you can watch our Neon Gurl mini docs on both Jasmine and AOC in our politics playlist on YouTube. Melanie's story resonates because it's rooted in science, advocacy, and deep community care, and it's unfolding at a time when every policy decision feels more personal than ever. From safeguarding public health to pioneering environmental justice, Stansbury's leadership reminds us what it means to govern with purpose.
And I think we can see the evidence everywhere that their agenda is so hugely unpopular with the American people. Millions and millions of Americans depend on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and just the idea that we would cut these basic benefits that our seniors across the country depend on as a lifeline every day is absolutely absurd. Whether it was a call out at the State of the Union or the continued work that we're doing in Congress on the Oversight Committee and every day to make sure that the American people know this is their extreme agenda, we have to hold them to account and make sure that they are not able to execute any of these ridiculous plans.
Thank you so much for joining us. To keep up with political leaders like Melanie, head to neongurl.com for daily updates in our political and women's sports section. We'll see you soon.